Well, good morning, everybody. It's Erin Reed from Erin Reed, and today we're going to make two super cute little cards. One is a shaker card, and one is using the leftover bits from the shaker card. The secondary card with a very similar kind of vibe. All right, so let's get started. Well, welcome to all that have gotten on. Good morning, good morning. All right, the paper pad that I'm using for everything, and I did forget to cut one paper, so I have to do that, is this Milky Patterns cardstock from Die Cuts of You. I just think that the colors in here are so pretty. And I do need to pull out the other green. So I forgot to do that. So we'll do that. All the other ones, we're going to start with this card first. Now, the stamp and die set that I'm using today is from Maker's Movement. It's called Mad Chemistry. I love it because it has the stamps and the dies together already. And the link for the Maker's Movement is down below. So you already get the dies that go with it. And the die that makes the shaker bit, that's what this one is. And then this one is the backing, and I'll show you all the bits here in a second. And then you get all your really cute little stamps to go with that, of which if you just use the stamp set, that would make really sweet cards all to itself. So, but today we're going to play with the shaker bits. And then if you did not want to go get your own or get shaker bits, this right here, you would die cut a whole bunch of little circles, little bubbles, that out of paper, and that could go inside as your shaker elements right there. So super cute. All right, good morning, everybody. We got Belinda, we got Mary Pat. Hey. Okay, so we're going to do this one. And I have all my little elements right here. So the first step you're going to need to get is I have die cut, and I'm going to show you. The first thing I did is I die cut a full little flask. This is a flask, not a beaker, it's a flask. So here we have our flask. I then went and die cut using this one. If you notice, there's two ridges. It die cuts. I'm going to show you the two pieces because I have them. Boop, boop. So when a die cuts out of here, I didn't think you guys need to see me doing a whole bunch of die cutting. When you die cut this one here, it die cuts and you separate it. So you have the inside and the outside. So the outside is what you need for your shaker card, but the inside, I just thought it was too cute. I was like, we're going to make another card out of that one. And then you do the same thing with foam. Now I am using the Maker's Movement foam that is perfect for shaker cards. It's really thick. I use the same die, ran it through the same die cut machine, double-sided adhesive craft foam. It's perfect. It's a nice, good thickness. And the little bits that are left over, because you have like some outside pieces when you're die cutting it, I just use that as like to pop things up. So why not? All right, and then you need to die cut your acetate piece. And so my acetate piece that I have here, which I don't know where my package went. Oh, here it is. Are these Maker's Movement clear acetate sheets. So they come as sheets and they're blue. And I die cut this big guy here. So this one has been die cut with the bigger die right here. So you die cut that piece. So all the pieces that you need to make your shaker card are within these two dies, which I think is super cute. And it's awesome. Then at this point, and I've already got this one started, you peel off the blue. And if you still see a little bit of blue, it's because there's one on the other side as well. And I just use like my little tweezers and just kind of went, and you're going to see, that was mine, because that's going to get covered to put this little guy on here. So it'll go away. So don't worry about that part. And then throw away the little blue piece. The blue piece is just there to protect it, to make sure it doesn't get scuffed and marked. All right, so stage one, take your little foamy piece that you've cut that looks like your flask. I'm going to get this off here. And place this on your backing. Now, I did mine in white because I want my shaker elements to pop. I could also put this directly onto the card because my backing is white. Totally cool. You can make this any color you want. You can make it a pattern. You can have total fun with that. Because I want my shaker bits to show, and because we're doing some stamping that's going to be tucked behind there, I'm just making it as a shaker element we're going to place. So there's two ways to do that. Now, line us up just right. And this takes a little bit of patience because it's very movable. And there, see, just sticks right on there. Don't worry about if it pops out at this point, just kind of move it on in. There we go. And then I'm going to use my little shaker bits. Now there's a new set that's from Maker's Movement. This is all Maker's Movement stuff because they just gave me all these really cute things when I came back from Creativation, Valentine's Day card. So these three shaker bits are all from the Maker's Movement. It's a set. It's called Hugs and Kisses. And even if you don't use the hearts, which the hearts are kind of very balanced, you can use quite a bit. I just love this. I mean, these are so cute. So, but we're using the hearts inside of here. Your little shaker, because if there's too many in there, they're not going to shake. So that's about it. I mean, one of these little jars lasts a long time. Seeing these jars, because I helped do the show, I'm pulling about out a few pink as little bubbles that are coming out of the top of it. I love that your son's a chemistry. That's cool. I took lots of chemistry because I was a BioLife past life. Then just peel off the top. Oops. And so this is in double-sided foam. Just peel off that top. Put back in any little bits that may have popped out. And obviously you can mix and match. I mean, I could have put some of these in there too, but I just chose to go with just the heart. You can see the foam. So guess what? When you die cut it, you have that little extra. And I did it white to begin with, and I wasn't a big fan. So I'm going to use this pink one here. And so I'm going to pull out my Xyron sticker maker, put this little guy in, and there's a few other pieces I'm going to put in while we're doing this. So I'm going to pop that in. I'm also going to pop all of my little hearts, and yeah, they're like little, for lack of a better term, they're just like little plasticky hearts. They have some dimension to them. They're not super flat, but they will work in your sticker maker. And then I'm going to put my little die cut, and this is Mad Chemistry. This came from, oops, flying dies. Mad Chemistry, this little thing came from here. And so pop this in here as well. And then all my stickiness is pretty much done. This is a pretty fast card. Look, I did all the die cutting ahead of time, so it makes it super fast. Pull that off. Now everything is a sticker. Peel this little guy off, and then everywhere that you want it to be sticky, it is a sticker. And then just place this on here. There we go. And there. Ta-da! Now, if the little bit of extra foam at the bottom, because I didn't line that up just perfectly, if that bugs you, you can take your scissors and clean that up, but I think it's just fine. And there it is, the little shaker bit. So easy. I'm so glad you got me live too. We got Taylor, we got Belinda, we got Debbie. Hey, everybody. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start assembling my card. Now, I'm going to roughly place, I'm going to alter this a tiny, tiny bit. I decided after I did the last one, I really liked the idea. I stamped the wrong way, so we're going to just pretend that didn't exist, of the banner on top of it. And I know I got sticky on the end of it. I'm not worried. You know, truthfully, what I could do, take my little sweater here, my sweatshirt, and just do that and fuzz it. And now it's hardly sticky. I mean, it's a little bit, but I'm like defuzzing it. So it's adding fuzz to the back to make it less sticky. So I kind of think, I don't know, which way? Do you like it better with the chemistry at the bottom, or do you like it across the flask? So I'm doing it both ways because I couldn't decide. That was my initial thought, was doing it that way. But then as I was making it, I was like, this is cute. I like it across it. So anyway. All right. So now, because it's a flask and the hearts are, you know, shaking around, they got to be bubbling out. And so in the set is a little heart. So I thought, well, how cute. And I just got these new inks from Wendy Vici. These are her blendable dye inks. And so I thought I would use these and make it look like the hearts were like bubbles bubbling out. So I have to kind of think, okay, well, where basically, boop. And then I got my new cleaner. This is from Picket Fences. It's my little, I haven't even gotten it wet. I'm just using it to kind of stop cross-contamination. Oops. And I want them to kind of overlap. One more. Yeah, actually, I had to do 6 because I have 5 little hearts. So we're going to do one more that's just going to be kind of here, and it's just barely. So see what I mean? It's just good. It's going to be kind of like it's bubbling over a little bit. I don't want this to be super down the bottom. This is kind of a very white space card. I wanted just the cute shaker bits, very minimalistic, letting the elements that you have on the card really shine. So I didn't want to overdo with lots of stuff, and just little pops of elements here and there. All right, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to flip this little guy over, grab my tape runner, and place this on here, just like that. And then now I can go in and I can add the extra little hearts that are bubbling out of here. And that's kind of as hard as that gets. Doop. There, see? It's like flying hearts out of there. Little bubbles. bubbly hearts. And then we're going to place, I really don't want to mess around with that, so we're going to do it this way. Usually I would probably, well, I guess I could have put this piece on the pink, but in case I screwed up my stamping, I could have flipped it over and done the other side. It's my fail safe. All right, pretend I put this on the back. You know what? I have background cards right here. I have all these things just off camera. Here we go. So I got my little background card right there. And again, because I don't want to squish my card, add my adhesive and pop my card element on here. And I truly, truly lucked out that the colors of the pink, because pink and red, there's so many different shades. There's like dusty pink and real pink and true pink. But these two colors match perfectly with the colors in there. And then I couldn't have asked for a better pink paper out of that set. And this was a red sheet of paper that I had like sitting on my desk. And as I placed them all together, I was like, oh, these all work. Yay. Gotta love it when all the colors are like, they just magically work. Yeah. So there it is. I don't know. Which one do you like better? Do you like it with the tag at the bottom, or do you like it with the tag across the jar? Not sure. But it's cute either way. All right. The next card. So here's the next little guy. And this is where I have to do one more cut of paper. So when you die cut out, you get the frame, but you also get the inside. And initially for this card, I put the pink and I thought, oh, well, that's kind of cute. And they had this little piece of paper in that paper pack I was showing you earlier, which is the die cuts from the View Milky. I haven't put all the supplies down below. I will do that after the video is done, but it's in here. I mean, look at all the pretty colors in there. I just thought those were gorgeous. So this was in there. It had the hearts. I'm like, that's just too good to be true, right? And so that's what we're going to do. And when I die cut out the green, I was like, oh, well, for the second card, why don't I just flip it? So this is already a foam piece that I can just add. I don't get my finger caught. It's sticky, girls, or whoever's watching. It's sticky. So stick that on there. Make sure that's all on there. And now I've got this cute little, what do you want to call that? And I thought I had die cut out another. Well, we'll have to do it together because I don't have it. The results are in I Love You Most. I thought I die cut a second one. I don't think I did. All right, so we'll do that together. Easy enough. All right, so now I have that piece. And then I need my white. Man, I thought I had I had done a whole lot of stuff ahead of time, but you know what? We'll have to die cut this too. I'm so sorry. I thought I had everything die cut. I did for the first card. Oh, it's because I put it on the ground. There it is. Looking for another sheet of paper. All right, so for this one, I definitely like that on top. And then I thought, you know what, let's reverse it. So I die cut another one of these. And because this is bigger than it, it's going to fit below. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this guy down first, and then we'll add the sticky and then push it down. But I want to add my bubbles first. So I have the bubbles here. And because it's pink, I wish I had a green, but oh well, it's going to be pink. So let me, just like before, it's like it's bubbling out. And I'm going to do less bubbles this time because I felt I went a little crazy on the bubbles on the first one. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. A couple more bubbles. You can go bubble crazy if you want to. And overlap them. I mean, you could even do second generations if you want to. Have a little shading in there. That's good. We'll keep it like that. I like that one. All right. Pop this guy down because we got it. Now I'm going to line it from the top side first. I'm centering. Oh, this stuff is sticky. It's okay if I cover up some of my bubbles. I want to make sure I'm lining up with my bubbles, but I want to make sure that I'm lined up on my card from side to side. So maybe I should do it this way. Oh, the good thing I have a little wiggle room. There. All right, so now I need to run this through my sticker maker, and I want to have the diagonal side up, pink side. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh well. Okay, so it got jammed right here because I tore it funny. And then I tore it as I was tearing it out. Urgh. You know what? Screw that. It's because it was all jammed up. I don't even know if I have any more of that pink paper. Oh, I have just enough. So I have just enough of this little pink paper. So we're going to die cut this real fast. Make a new one and we'll use glue just because I don't want to feel like cleaning that mess up right now. It works. I promise it works. It's just being a peanut. So I'm just going to die cut this little guy out. And see, you get your outside piece. And then I have to use glue for the next stage anyway, so I'll just do it for both. So I'm just using a fine tip glue here. And just go through and add this going around. I should have just hit dots. There we go. And then just slide that down. Because it fits just on top. It's kind of like a 2-for-1 card in a way, because you have all these bits left over. There we go. All right, so now I can take, sorry, I had to lean over the camera. So these little dot pieces right here, I just thought they looked so fun as like extra bubbles. So because I didn't do anywhere near as many as the last card, we won't go crazy on these. Boop. So I'm just adding them. I like to keep things in odd numbers because I think it looks better than trying to do in even numbers. But when I saw these little balls, I just thought they looked like little bubbles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, crud. 6. Do one way up there. This little guy that's out there. And these are so light. They're like little styrofoam balls, but they're colored. So I know the color here. Let me see if I can angle this to get this a little less. There we go. The lights are, you can see them. They look like bubbles. You can see the bubbles coming out. You get the idea. My color, I think I'm too bright on one of my lights here that's surrounding me. Sorry, I got all my mess. Trying to get my mess out of the way. All right, and I already have the stamp on here, right there. So a little sheet of white paper. Actually, you know what? I had stamped that. I had stamped that too already, and then I threw it in the trash trying to clean up so I wouldn't have so much stuff in the way. So I did stamp. I was ahead of the game. And yeah, I'm freehanding this. You know, you could pull out your paper trimmer and you could trim this, but I'm just going to freehand it. I'll go about there. When they're so small like this, I just think it's kind of funny to, I mean, if you want to, go for it, but for grins and giggles, we'll just do it this way. There we go. It's a little off. I don't think I'm actually going to use that one because it's a little wonky to me, but you get the idea. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut this off because I have to go to my daughter's school. And I would have jumped on earlier, but some of you know we just got a puppy and he did not want to calm down. So I had to wait till puppy nap time. It's like having a baby in the house again. But it's like having puppy nap time at the same time as having, you know, life. So I'm just die cutting this to be a little bit smaller than the width of the card. I'm sorry I did not have this done ahead of time. It was one of those, go to sleep, go to sleep. I have to keep like going outside and walking him and trying to get him to calm down. And so he's napping in his little bed and I can see him. Heads up, he's going to be in a little video that I've re-recorded. It's coming live tomorrow if you want to see what our puppy looks like. His name is Major. He's a cutie. He is part lab, part golden, and part shepherd, but he looks all tan. He looks like he's just a lab golden. You can't really see any of the shepherd in him right now. So there's that, and then let me just put this on here. I just like that color pop around the border. And so here's, pretend this is glued down. I'm going to change that. So 2 different versions of the same card. Just a little bit different, a little similar, but a little bit different. And there you go. So we made 2 cards today using the same die set, stamp and die set. I didn't really use much for the stamps except for the bubbles, the hearts, and then the sentiments. Boop, there we go. Let's get these all on here so you guys can see them. But there is a ton of other things of which I shoved the stamp set there. So you can really see there's a ton. I mean, you got small beakers and flasks that are down here. And you got, oh, they're no beakers. They're both flasks. And here you have one that's boiling. And I love this. I love you, but it's in the periodic elements. I think that's hilarious. I've got my eye on you. And then there's obviously, there's actual elements up here. These are compounds. So this is your carbon ring, and then you've got other, I don't know what compounds those are. I wish I knew what they were off the top. I've taken chemistry, but I don't know what they are off the top of my head. You guys know, let me know. I'd love to know. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I know those are carbon rings, except for this one's not a full carbon ring. They may not even be trulistic. Just, there's a double bond. I know that. There's bits of chemistry that are coming out. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to come back tomorrow. You get to see the puppy in a recorded video about how I use some of my storage in my spare room because I just don't have enough space in my own room. And as always, there'll be another card making video next Wednesday. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later. Bye, everybody.